Hello, I'm Professor Susan DeGize. This tutorial is on practice 1.7b. Directions. In the staves below, write a grand staff and end with a double bar line. Using dotted eighth notes, write the given notes on the grand staff. Separate each example with a bar line. Add an octave sign if you exceed 2 ledger lines. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have here. We're going to start by writing a grand staff. So go ahead, pause the video, write your grand staff, and press play when you're ready. Okay, for the grand staff, we need a bar line. Then we need a brace, right? Because that tells us both clefs would be read together. Now we need a treble clef and a bass clef. Okay, I'm going to do number 1. It asks for D4. So even though I can write this in the bass clef, I'm going to do it in the treble clef because I won't require any ledger lines. It's asking for dotted eighth notes. So I'm going to put my eighth note here. Again, stem about an octave long, flag on the right, and then the dot will go right next to it because this is a space note. Now each of these will be separated by a bar line, so I'm just going to draw my line down like this. Okay, so go ahead and do numbers 2 through 10 on your own. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. Okay, number 2 asks for F2. So we know middle C is C4, so this would be F3. So F2 is going to be down here. So I'm going to draw my stem, my tail, and my dot. Okay, I need a bar line to separate measures. Number 3 asks for B5. So we know this is B4, so B5 is up here. So let's see, if this is E, F, G, A, B, we're going to have to go like this. Okay, so maybe I did that too quickly. If we know this is E, then we know this is F, then we know this is G, and we know this is A, and then that means this is B. Okay, so that's how you can figure that out until you feel comfortable with treble clef. Okay, so bar line. Number 4 asks for C5. Okay, so middle C is C4, so C5 would be right here with my stem and tail and a dot. Number 5 asks for E3, so that would be in the bass clef here. So E3 would go here. Whoa, it's a wavy bar line. Maybe I'll fix that. Okay. Number 6, B2. All right, so remember, this is C4. This is B3. So B2 would be an octave below that. So I'm going to put my B2 down here. That's going to need an up stem. Now notice this is a line note. The note is on a line, so our dot has to go above the line in that space. Do not draw the dot on the line because then we won't be able to see it, right? So you can put it in the space above that line. Okay, number 7 is G1. Okay, we know this is G3, so that makes this G2. So, oh boy, G1 is going to be way low, right? So the directions say if you need more than 2 ledger lines, use the octave sign. So G1, we're actually going to write it as G2, like this. Again, the dot will go in the space above the line. And then we're going to put 8VB, like this. You could also put 8VA, as long as you draw it below the note. Then it means that's the sound is an octave lower. Okay, number 8, F7. Okay, so this is F4. This is F5. Whoa. So F6 would be an octave above this, but it's asking for F7. So what do we do then? What we're going to do is we're going to draw our F5 like this with the dot, and we're going to put 15 MA, because that means you play it 2 octaves higher than what it looks like. So my note head looks a little weird because I tried to fill it in. So let me make a better one. There we go, much better. Okay, A0. It's the lowest note on the piano. Okay, let's figure this out. This is going to be A3. This is going to be A2. An octave below that is A1, so we need 2 octaves below this guy. So first we're going to just write our A2 like this. And then again, 15 MA to say 2 octaves lower. All right, E6. So this is E4, this is E5. So we just need 1 octave higher. Okay. Now it asks to end with a double bar line. So we're going to draw 2 bar lines here for our double bar line. Okay, so if you're not comfortable with the octave signs, do read section 1.7 again. It's just much easier than using many ledger lines. You've now completed the tutorial for practice 1.7b. Thank you for watching.